Greetings everyone, this is Donna Gilliland with a quick bonus video as a follow-up to your webinar today on creating amazing presentations with PowerPoint custom animations. So in this bonus video, I'm going to teach you how to take this bulleted list and set it with a default animation, and then we'll do some customization, a default animation so that each one of the bulleted items will come in one after the other when I click. In addition, I'd like for the prior bullet to go to a lighter color so that the audience attention is focused on the next bulleted item that you and I would be speaking to. So let's get started. The first requirement is to click the object that you want to add the animation to. And this is a text box I've created with text that I, of course, have added bulleted bullets to. So the object is selected, and I'm going to use one of the animation options in the animation group. So from the animation ribbon, I'm going to expand the gallery just so you can see that it is by category, entrance, emphasis, exit, how you want something to appear, behave when it exits the screen. Earlier today you learned about motion paths. I'm interested in applying an entrance effect, and I'm going to choose the one that says appear. Now there's something for you to keep in mind about what's being done. You don't have an option to choose the sequence in which these items display until you've added this until you've added an animation, and I've added appear. Now because I've added appear, and you look to the far right, to the right of this animation gallery is a button that says effect options, and it would be dimmed out if I had not added an animation. Once animation is added, then you get some effect options for your animation. So I'm going to choose effect options. Right now the sequence of these bullets, they are all coming in at one time. If I were to put it in show mode, they'd all appear at once. But what I want is for them to appear one after the other. So choosing by paragraph will give us one line appearing at a time when you click the mouse. So I'll go ahead and choose by paragraph. And we have a few more things to do to this, but let's look first at what's happened. I've chosen by paragraph from the effect options. And then if you look back at my list, you can see that each item is numbered. And this is the sequence in which they will appear when the mouse is clicked. Also keep in mind that when you apply an animation, you learned earlier today that in the timing group on the right, it's always set to on click. But you have options such as with previous or after previous. By way of reminder, I might have wanted this slide screen on the left to come in, and then I might have wanted the bulleted list to come in with that previous item. But going back to the goal here, which is having this list appear one after the other, and then also having a dimming color applied, a light color applied. But first, we've got it where it will appear one after the other, and I'll put it in show mode, and with the click of the mouse, the first one comes in. And of course that would just continue, and I don't have any kind of delay on these. And again, if you had put in a delay value, when you click, that second bullet wouldn't come in immediately. There would be some delay before it would come in if you use a delay value. All right, next up, how do you get the prior item, bulleted item, to go to a dimmed out color? And this is how we'll do it. Open up the animation pane when you're working with these animations, and I've already opened my animation pane, but don't forget that on the animations ribbon in the advanced animation group is the button animation pane. It's a click on, click off. So my pane is open on the right, and as you look, there's a small set of arrows, chevrons as they're called. And when I click, it expands to show me every one of the bulleted items, every one of them. Now I can choose this top one and add a special effect so that prior bulleted items will dim as I focus on another bullet that I brought in. So I can start with this first one, and as I approach the first one in the animation pane, there's a down arrow. When clicked, you have several different options, and one of them is on effect options. And on the effect options, it is set to, after animation, don't dim anything, but I do want there to be a dimming color. So when you click the down arrow, you're presented with a list of colors, and if these colors aren't to your liking, you can always go to more colors and choose from the color prism that's there. Now in my case, I like to go just a little bit darker than that first gray that's shown, and I have chosen this one from the more colors, so it's already in my list. So I'm going to go with that one. And the reason why is because this is a white background, and if I don't choose a little bit darker gray, it will look almost invisible on the screen. But if that's what you want, then choose the lighter color. Now click on OK. And now let's see how it's going to look when I run it in show mode again. So going to show mode, it of course isn't going to appear until I click. So I click, and here comes my first bulleted item. Now I'm going to click again, and see that first bulleted item has now dimmed out to the color I chose. And my second bullet is in full focus here. So now the audience attention is drawn to the current bulleted item rather than the prior one. And each time I click, the prior one will be dimmed out. And now it's complete. So I hope you found this power tip helpful on adding an animation to a bulleted list so that you could then choose effect options to control its sequence, and also how to use the dimming color. And again, we used the animation pane. We went to the first item, clicked the down arrow, chose effect options so that we could change the after animation color. So I hope you found the bonus video helpful, and we will talk soon. And thank you so much for attending the All Things Admin webinar today. It's bye for now.